This is African Social Intellect, where we give you current and reliable news. My name is Nicole Nina Oyinjuruwa. There is a fresh wave of optimism across the continent as the World Bank projects a stronger economic growth outlook for sub-Saharan Africa. According to the latest African Pulse report released this week, growth is expected to rise to 3.8% in 2025. The improvement comes as inflation eases across many African countries, currencies stabilize, and investment slowly rebounds. This means the cost of living is dropping in several regions, while businesses and households are beginning to breathe a little easier. The World Bank notes that reduced inflation gives central bank room to cut interest rates, a move that could spur more lending, boost private spending, and create a renewed investor confidence. Across the continent, from Nigeria to Kenya, Ghana to South Africa, people are beginning to feel the small but real effects of economic recovery. Transport costs stabilizing, imported goods becoming slightly more affordable, and local production regaining strength. The bank predicts that its current conditions hold sub-Saharan Africa local production regaining strength. The bank predicts that if current conditions hold, sub-Saharan Africa could see growth averaging around 4.4% over the next 2 years. However, the report also issues a note of caution. Africa's recovery, though promising, remains fragile. Many countries are still burdened by high debt levels, limiting their ability to invest in education, infrastructure, and healthcare. The challenge of job creation looms large as millions of young Africans enter the labor market with limited opportunities for stable employment. Let's look deeper into what this all means for Africans' future. First, the positive. A stable currency and lower inflation means investors can plan ahead with greater confidence, and ordinary citizens are less squeezed by the rising prices that have dominated headlines in recent years. With interest rates easing more, businesses can access credit, scale up operations, and potentially hire more workers. That's a critical foundation for long-term growth. But there is the other side. Growth numbers alone don't tell the full story. If the benefits of this recovery are not widely shared, inequality could deepen. Many of the new jobs being created remain informal, offering little stability or social protection. Without strong policies to support small businesses, improve infrastructure, and equip young people with relevant skills, the growth may not translate into meaningful change for everyday Africans. Another key concern is debt sustainability. While borrowing has helped countries build roads, power plants, and school repayments, pressures are mounting. Servicing those debts leaves governments with less fiscal space for social and economic investment. Prudent debt management and transparent fiscal policies are vital to keeping the continent's momentum on track. The global trade environment also poses a risk. The slowdown in global goods trade and rising tariffs for major economies, including the United States, could hurt Africans' exports. As a result, diversification, adding value locally, investing in manufacturing, and strengthening intra-African trade under the AfCFTA becomes even more essential. Still, there are bright spots. The stabilization of key economies, expansion in technology and agriculture, and gradual improvement in private investment all suggest that Africa's resilience remain intact. With good governance, policy consistency, and infrastructure reform, the continent could turn this modest growth into a powerful wave or transformation. In summary, Africa's economic pulse is beating stronger. Falling inflation and steadier currencies have opened a window of opportunity, a chance for government to rebuild fiscal strength, create jobs, and encourage inclusive prosperity. But this window won't stay open forever. The time for bold, people-focused policy is now. This is African Social Intellect. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and also share our reliable news. Thank you.
This is Africa Social Intellect, your premier destination for thought-provoking discussions and insightful perspectives on the vibrant and diverse African community and beyond. Our dedication extends beyond conversations. In recognizing the importance of security, we provide essential information to help safeguard vulnerable nations. From navigating local challenges to assisting these vulnerable nations against imperialistic threats, we stand as a beacon of awareness and resilience. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share our news. If you're watching on Facebook or another platform, follow us and share this reliable news source. We hope you enjoy the news, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.
This is African Social Intellect, ASI, where we give you reliable and current news. My name is Nicole Nina Onyedurua. Madagascar erupts in protest as president flees. A warning for African leaders. Tensions have boiled over in Madagascar, where massive youth-led protests have plunged the country into political crisis. What began weeks ago as demonstration against severe water and electric shortages has evolved into a nationwide movement demanding the resignation of President Andry Rajoelina and sweeping reforms to end corruption and poor governance. Reports confirm that at least 22 people have been killed and hundreds injured as security forces fire tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse crowd in the capital, Antananarivo. In a stunning twist, an elite military unit known as CAPSAT, once loyal to President Rajoelina, has defected to support protesters, calling for a government of the people. With mounting pressure, the president has reportedly fled the country, though he has not officially stepped down. Attempts by the government to reshuffle the cabinet and promise reforms have done little to calm the streets, as young protesters continue to demand accountability, jobs, and stable electricity. What does this mean for Madagascar? The protests in Madagascar reveal deep frustration over decades of poverty, inequality, and political mismanagement. Citizens are demanding more than promises. They want action that improves daily life. But the stakes are high. With the president absent and military units divided, the country risks a power vacuum that could lead to prolonged instability. The fragile economy, already weakened by inflation and high unemployment, faces further disruption as businesses close and tourism collapses. If the unrest persists, Madagascar could slide into a political and humanitarian crisis, with shortages of food, fuel, and basic goods worsening across the island. How does this affect Africa? While the crisis is centered in Madagascar, its effects and lessons resonate across the African continent. Number one, youth power and accountability. These protests are led mainly by young people, tired of corruption and poor leadership. This mirrors movements seen in Kenya, Nigeria, and Senegal, where youth are increasingly demanding change. This signals that Africa's young generation will no longer stay silent when government fails to deliver. Number two, military defection as a warning sign. The defection of Madagascar's elite soldiers shows that no leader is fully secure when governance fails. Across Africa, militaries often play a decisive role during crisis, and this could inspire similar interventions elsewhere if leaders ignore public anger. 3. Economic ripple effects. Instability in Madagascar threatens regional trade and investment confidence, especially in the Indian Ocean region. Investors may view Africa as riskier, raising borrowing costs for neighboring economies. 4. Chinese and Western investment at risk. Madagascar has been a hub for mining, vanilla exports, and energy projects. Prolonged unrest may delay operations, affecting export revenues and deterring both Chinese and European investors, which in turn could reduce the continent's overall foreign inflows. Number 5, a wake-up call for African governments. The crisis underscores a growing truth. Poor service delivery can trigger national collapse. Citizens face rising costs, power shortages, and unemployment. If leaders don't act quickly to meet basic needs, similar uprising could erupt elsewhere. In conclusion, the turmoil in Madagascar is more than a local protest. It's a symbol of Africa's generational awakening. A young, connected, and frustrated population is rising to demand better governance, transparency, and opportunity. While the continent watches, the message is clear. Africa's youth are no longer waiting for change. They are demanding it. If governments respond with reform and inclusion, the future could be brighter. But if they respond with repression, the unrest in Madagascar may only be the beginning of a wider wave across the continent. Thank you for watching African Social Intellect. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this news, and also follow us on all our social media pages, Instagram and Facebook.
This is Africa Social Intellect, your premier destination for thought-provoking discussions and insightful perspectives on the vibrant and diverse African community and beyond. Our dedication extends beyond conversations. In recognizing the importance of security, we provide essential information to help safeguard vulnerable nations. From navigating local challenges to assisting these vulnerable nations against imperialistic threats, we stand as a beacon of awareness and resilience. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share our news. If you're watching on Facebook or another platform, follow us and share this reliable news source. We hope you enjoy the news, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.
This is African Social Intellect, where we give you reliable and current news. My name is Nicole Nina Oyinjurua. Gaza-Israel ceasefire and its ripple effects on Africa. A new wave of cautious optimism sweeps through the Middle East, and Africa is watching closely. Following months of intense fighting, Israel and Hamas have agreed to a ceasefire. The agreement includes the release of hostages and Palestinian prisoners, the re-entry of humanitarian aid into Gaza, and the gradual withdrawal of Israeli troops from heavily hit areas. Across the world, reactions have been swift, with African governments, faith leaders, and civil society groups welcoming the truce as a step forward peace. But what does this mean for Africa? The effects reach far beyond the Middle East. The impact on Africa, number one, is economic and energy effects. Africa is feeling the economic ripple of the Middle East conflict, especially in oil and trade. The Gaza war had pushed oil prices up, affecting fuel costs across African nations that rely heavily on imports. With the ceasefire, oil markets are beginning to stabilize, offering potential relief from the rising transport and food prices. Countries like Nigeria, Angola, and Libya, all major oil exporters, could benefit from short-term market stability, giving governments fiscal breathing room as global crude prices steady. Meanwhile, import-dependent economies such as Kenya, Ghana may finally see reduced pressure on fuel and inflation rates. Number two is political and diplomatic influence. African diplomatic voice has grown stronger in recent years, and this ceasefire offers new openings. Egypt played a critical mediating role, reinforcing its status as a bridge between Africa and the Arab world. The African Union (AU) has praised the truce, urging both sides to turn the ceasefire into sustainable peace. This shows Africans' increasing willingness to engage in international diplomacy, not just continental affairs. Several African leaders from South Africa to Nigeria have called for renewed talks on a two-state solution, aligning with the continent's long-standing solidarity with the Palestinian cause. Number three is social and humanitarian dimensions. Across Africa, the conflict had stirred strong emotional and religious reactions, especially in Muslim-majority nations like Sudan, Niger, Senegal, where solidarity protests and humanitarian fund drivers were held for Gaza. The ceasefire offers a sense of moral relief, easing tensions in communities where the war had deepened divides between pro-Palestinian and pro-Israeli supporters. African humanitarian organizations, including those in Nigeria and Egypt, are now mobilizing aid convoys to assist Gaza's recovery. Number four is security implications. African security agencies are monitoring the truce closely. Prolonged instability in the Middle East had increased risk of extremist rhetoric and cross-border radicalization in the Sahel and North Africa. A lasting peace will reduce propaganda fuel for extremist groups that often exploit such conflict to justify violence. Number five is symbolism and soft power. The ceasefire is also a lesson for Africans' own conflict, from Sudan to the Eastern DRC, showing that dialogue, not domination, brings hope for lasting peace. It's a reminder that Africans' peace processes can draw inspiration from successful mediation efforts, strengthening continental diplomacy. In conclusion, for Africa, the Gaza-Israel ceasefire is more than a foreign headline. It's a mirror reflecting our shared humanity, our economic realities, and our diplomatic future. As the guns fall silent in Gaza, the hope is that this peace echoes across borders, inspiring nations to choose conversations over confrontation, compassion over conflict. This is ASI. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share our news. If you are watching on Facebook or another platform, follow us and share this reliable news source.
This is Africa Social Intellect, your premier destination for thought-provoking discussions and insightful perspectives on the vibrant and diverse African community and beyond. Our dedication extends beyond conversations. In recognizing the importance of security, we provide essential information to help safeguard vulnerable nations. From navigating local challenges to assisting these vulnerable nations against imperialistic threats, we stand as a beacon of awareness and resilience. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share our news. If you're watching on Facebook or another platform, follow us and share this reliable news source. We hope you enjoy the news, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.
Welcome to African Social Intellect, where we give you reliable and current news. My name is Nicole Nina Onyejurua. On today's news, a teenager becomes vice president of Nigeria for a day. In a remarkable moment for youth empowerment, Joy Oga, a Nigerian teenager, made history as she became the vice president of Nigeria for one day. The symbolic gesture took place on October 21st, 2025 at the presidential villa in Abuja, where Vice President Kashim Shettima temporarily handed over his seat to Joy during a visit from Plan International. The event was part of the Girls Takeover campaign designed to promote girl-child education, leadership, and equality across Nigeria. Seated in the vice president's chair, Joy addressed the nation passionately, calling for stronger investment in education for girls, emphasizing that over 10.5 million Nigerian children remain out of school, with girls making up more than 60% of that number. She urged government officials and communities to create safe, inclusive, and supportive schools, stressing that education is the foundation of equality and national progress. Joy Oga's one-day leadership role carries deep symbolic significance. It highlights the potential of young girls in leadership and sends a message that Nigeria's youth, especially young women, deserve a voice in governance. Her message brings attention to critical issues such as school access, safety, and menstrual hygiene, which continue to hinder girls' education in many parts of the country. While the gesture is inspiring, it also underscores a bigger challenge: turning symbolism into action. For lasting impact, Nigeria must translate such advocacy into real policies, funding, and measurable change in education and gender equality. Overall, Joy's story stands as a powerful reminder that when young people, especially girls, are given a platform, they can inspire transformation and remind leaders of the future they are shaping. Thank you for watching African Social Intellect. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and also comment down below.
This is Africa Social Intellect, your premier destination for thought-provoking discussions and insightful perspectives on the vibrant and diverse African community and beyond. Our dedication extends beyond conversations. In recognizing the importance of security, we provide essential information to help safeguard vulnerable nations. From navigating local challenges to assisting these vulnerable nations against imperialistic threats, we stand as a beacon of awareness and resilience. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share our news. If you're watching on Facebook or another platform, follow us and share this reliable news source. We hope you enjoy the news, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.
Welcome to ASI, where we give you reliable and current news. My name is Nicole Nina Onyejurua. Dangote opens up its refinery, a new chapter for Nigeria's economy. Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, is making headlines again as he plans to sell up to 10% of his multi-billion-dollar petroleum refinery. The refinery, already the largest single-train refinery in Africa, could soon have part of its ownership open to public investors. According to reports from Business Day and The Cable, Dangote intends to list between 5 to 10% of the refinery on the Nigerian exchange NGX within the next year. The billionaire says he doesn't want any single entity holding more than 70% ownership. This move follows his earlier pattern with Dangote Cement and Dangote Sugar, where minority shares were listed to encourage public participation. The plan also aligns with the company's goal to expand its refining capacity from 650,000 barrels per day to 1.4 million barrels potentially, making it the largest single-train refinery in the world. Dangote is also seeking strategic partners, particularly from the Middle East, to finance expansion and new petrochemical projects. Meanwhile, the NNPC's stake now stands at about 7.2%, reduced after it failed to meet some payment obligations. This decision is both financial and strategic. By selling part of his refinery, Dangote aims to raise capital for expansion, share risk with new investors, and enhance transparency through public listing. If successful, the sale could boost investor confidence, create jobs, and strengthen Nigeria's economy by reducing dependence on imported fuel. It could also encourage other large African businesses to consider going public. However, challenges remain, including currency instability, market volatility, and technical risk tied to the refinery's operation. A recent Fitch downgrade of Dangote's industries for liquidity concerns adds to the caution. Still, experts say this listing could mark a turning point for Nigeria's industrial sector, showcasing the nation's potential to attract global investment and compete on a larger scale. In summary, Dangote's plan to sell a 10% stake is not just a business move, it's a bold statement of confidence in Nigeria's economy. If managed wisely, it could open a new era of transparency, investment, and growth for Africa's largest economy. Thank you for watching ASI. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and also share our news, and follow us on all our social media pages on Facebook. Thank you.
This is Africa Social Intellect, your premier destination for thought-provoking discussions and insightful perspectives on the vibrant and diverse African community and beyond. Our dedication extends beyond conversations. In recognizing the importance of security, we provide essential information to help safeguard vulnerable nations. From navigating local challenges to assisting these vulnerable nations against imperialistic threats, we stand as a beacon of awareness and resilience. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share our news. If you're watching on Facebook or another platform, follow us and share this reliable news source. We hope you enjoy the news, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.
This is African Social Intellect, where we give you reliable and current news. My name is Nicole Nina Onyejuruwa. UK cuts post-study work period, tougher times ahead for foreign students. The United Kingdom has announced new immigration measures that will shorten the post-study work period for international students. Starting from January 2027, graduates under the UK's graduate route visa will now have 18 months instead of the current 2 years to stay and work in the country after completing their studies. For PhD and doctoral students, however, the 3-year allowance remains unchanged according to the British government. The decision follows data showing that many international graduates were not entering graduate level jobs during the full 2-year stay. The policy aims to ensure that only those contributing to the economy at a higher skill level remain longer. Alongside the cut, the UK has also tightened visa rules, increasing the financial requirements, raising English language standards, limiting the number of dependents, and adjusting work visa conditions for employers. Despite these tougher measures, early 2025 data shows a 29% increase in study visa applications, suggesting that the UK remains an attractive study destination, at least for now. The change means foreign students will have less time to find stable work or switch to longer-term visas after graduation, increasing pressure to secure jobs quickly. For universities, it could make the UK less appealing compared to countries like Canada or Australia, which offer longer post-study stays. Employers may also lose access to a broader pool of international graduates. However, the UK government believes this reform will better align education with the labour market and maintain control over migration levels. Overall, this marks a shift towards stricter immigration policies, and while it may strengthen local job opportunities for UK citizens, it could deter international talent and affect the country's global competitiveness in higher education. Thank you for watching African Social Intellect. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and also share this video, and follow us on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you.
This is Africa Social Intellect, your premier destination for thought-provoking discussions and insightful perspectives on the vibrant and diverse African community and beyond. Our dedication extends beyond conversations. In recognizing the importance of security, we provide essential information to help safeguard vulnerable nations. From navigating local challenges to assisting these vulnerable nations against imperialistic threats, we stand as a beacon of awareness and resilience. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share our news. If you're watching on Facebook or another platform, follow us and share this reliable news source. We hope you enjoy the news, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.
This is African Social Intellect, where we give you reliable and current news. My name is Nicole Nina Oyinjuruwa. 18-year-old Mohammed Aminu Sani becomes Nigeria's youngest commercial pilot. Nigeria is celebrating one of the brightest young achievers. Mohammed Aminu Sani, who at just 18 years old has become one of the youngest licensed commercial pilots in the nation's history. Sani earned his Federal Aviation Administration FAA commercial multi-engine pilot license after completing an extensive training program at Phoenix East Aviation in Daytona Beach, Florida. He reportedly finished the program in under 12 months, passing all his examinations and flight tests on the first attempt. A rare accomplishment even among older trainees. Born and raised in Abuja, Mohammed graduated from Al Hidayah Academy and later completed an economics foundation course at the Regent College, where he earned a distinction. Now a certified commercial pilot, he hopes to join a leading international airline as a first officer, flying across continents and representing Nigeria on the global aviation stage. Mohammed's achievement is not just a personal victory, it's a symbol of possibility for young Nigerians. At 18, obtaining a commercial pilot license shows that discipline, focus, and opportunity can break traditional limits of age and access. For Nigeria, this milestone highlights the potential of its youth to excel in technical and global competitive fields like aviation. It also shines a light on the growing desire among young Africans to pursue careers that demand high skill, precision, and global exposure. However, the journey doesn't end here. Aviation remains a challenging profession, and Mohammed will need to gain more flight experiences, airline training, and international exposure to build his career. His story underscores both the promise and the pressure young achievers face in sustaining early success. Overall, Mohammed Aminu Sani's success story is an inspiration to young Nigerians, proving that with determination, support, and hard work, even the skies are not the limits. Thank you for watching African Social Intellect. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and also share our news. And follow us on all our social media pages, on Facebook and also on YouTube. Thank you.
This is Africa Social Intellect, your premier destination for thought-provoking discussions and insightful perspectives on the vibrant and diverse African community and beyond. Our dedication extends beyond conversations. In recognizing the importance of security, we provide essential information to help safeguard vulnerable nations. From navigating local challenges to assisting these vulnerable nations against imperialistic threats, we stand as a beacon of awareness and resilience. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share our news. If you're watching on Facebook or another platform, follow us and share this reliable news source. We hope you enjoy the news, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.
This is African Social Intellect, where we give you reliable and current news. My name is Nicole Nina Oyinjuruwa. 6 Nigerian cities among Africa's fastest growing urban centers. Nigeria has once again captured the spotlight in Africa's urban growth story. According to Africa's Urbanization Dynamic 2025 report, jointly published by the African Development Bank AFDB, OECD, SWAC, Cities Alliance, and UCLG Africa, 6 Nigerian cities have been ranked among the 30 fastest growing cities on the continent. These cities are Lagos, Abuja, Onitsha, Ibadan, Uyo, and Kano. The report highlights that Africa remains the fastest urbanizing region in the world, with its urban population expected to double by 2050. Nigeria, already Africa's most populous nation, is leading that surge. Lagos is projected to grow from about 17.1 million people today to nearly 37 million by 2050, making it one of the world's largest megacities. Onitsha, one of West Africa's busiest trade and transport hubs, could reach 30 million by 2050. Ibadan, historically one of Africa's biggest traditional cities, will expand nearly 9 million. Abuja, Nigeria's capital, is expected to hit 8 million fueled by infrastructure projects and migration. Uyo, the Akwa Ibom state capital, and Kano, the commercial nerve of northern Nigeria, will also record rapid urban growth. This urban explosion paints both a picture of economic potential and an urgent warning for Nigeria's city planners. These are what we can speculate. Number one, the drivers behind the growth urbanization in Nigeria is being driven by population growth, rural to urban migration, and economic opportunity. Cities like Lagos and Onitsha are magnets for traders, entrepreneurs, and job seekers. Abuja attracts government workers, developers, and young professionals seeking modern infrastructure. But much of this growth is unplanned, stretching the limits of water supply, electricity, housing, and transport systems. Number two, the opportunities ahead. Urban growth, if properly managed, could transform Nigeria's economy. With millions of new residents, cities represent vast markets for goods, housing, transport, entertainment, and digital services. We have job creation. Urban economies can drive employment through construction, retail, tech and services. Innovation. The rise of tech hubs in Lagos, Ibadan, and Abuja shows how dense youthful populations can fuel digital transformation. Infrastructure investment. Cities are becoming hubs for public-private partnerships, PPPs, in power, transport, and housing. If city governments invest wisely, this population boom could turn Nigerian cities into regional economic powerhouses. Number three, the challenges rapid growth also brings serious risk. Infrastructure strain. Roads, bridges, waste systems, and water networks are already overwhelmed in many urban areas. Housing crisis, rent inflation, and slow expansion are increasing, especially in Lagos and Onitsha. We have traffic congestion. Nigeria commuters lose hours daily in traffic, hurting productivity and mental health. Environmental degradation. Urban sprawl is encroaching on wetlands, worsening flooding and population. Poor urban planning. Many cities expand without clear zoning laws or sustainable development plans. Without decisive action, population growth could outpace infrastructure, pushing millions into informal settlements and unsafe living conditions. Number four, policy implications. To avoid a crisis and harness growth, Nigerian leaders must plan for the cities of tomorrow today. Strengthen urban planning, update land use plans, and enforce zoning regulations. Invest in affordable housing, partner with the private sector to build low-cost homes. Upgrade infrastructure, expand electricity, clean water access, and road network. Develop public transport systems, reduce congestion and emission with mass transit. Empower local governments, give city councils autonomy and resources to respond quickly. Promote environmental sustainability, integrate climate resilience and green spaces into urban design. If managed strategically, Nigerian cities could become engines of innovation, culture, and prosperity for the continent. African and global context. Nigeria's rapid urbanization mirrors trends across Africa, from Kenya's Nairobi to Ghana's Accra, where cities are doubling in population every 20 to 30 years, but Nigerian styles out because of its scale and influence. What happens in Lagos, Abuja, and Onitsha could reshape the entire regional economy. By 2050, 1 in every 6 Africans living in the city will likely reside in Nigeria. That means the success or failure of Nigerian urban planning will have ripple effects across the continent, affecting trade, migration, and even climate policies. In conclusion, the story of Nigerian cities is a story of possibility and peril. If the nation invests in smart planning, inclusive housing, and resilient infrastructure, these 6 cities could define the future of African urban life. But if governance falters, this growth could deepen inequality and strain national stability. The world is watching, because the future of Africa's urban success might just begin in Lagos, Onitsha, Ibadan, and Abuja. Thank you for watching African Social Intellect. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and also share our news. Thank you.
This is Africa Social Intellect, your premier destination for thought-provoking discussions and insightful perspectives on the vibrant and diverse African community and beyond. Our dedication extends beyond conversation. In recognizing the importance of security, we provide essential information to help safeguard vulnerable nations from navigating local challenges to assisting these vulnerable nations against imperialistic threats. We stand as a beacon of awareness and resilience. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to comment and share news. If you're watching on Facebook or another platform, follow us and share this reliable news source. We hope you enjoy the news. And thank you for watching. See you next time.